But this 55 looks,
yeah.
Your grandfather had one look just like this, but his is wagon.
His was a little
There's a good selection on here.
His was a baby blue like this and had a real similar interior. Really
This is a nice little 2-door sedan. His was a 4-door wagon, but this is still gorgeous.
Yeah, it was a 4-door 210
very 90s.
It's got the Bel Air middle piece, but then your second piece, oh sorry, over there is a not Bel Air.
Oh, Dad, did you see they're all little bow ties?
No price.
Yeah, no price here.
Yeah, the 55.
On the windshield, the price is over
We'll
there.
get the price in a second.
Oh, I got ahead of everyone. Yeah, 55, the Bel Airs had those on there.
Yeah.
Oh, I like the 55 Georgia.
Yeah, that's cool. And then you got like an old Georgia dealer on the rear bumper.
Yeah, I don't know if that's repopping or not, but it's cool.
Yeah. You got the Bel Air bumper guards. Must have been a 6-cylinder car, a V. Still gorgeous.
These little,
the little torque thrust.
American torque.
Gives you a little bullet flashback.
I wonder if that's it's got an old dealer tag in there.
That's cool.
This is
Atlanta.
Central out of Atlanta. Oh, he's got a Hurst 4-speed.
I was gonna say
shifter.
I love that Hurst T shifter.
Yep, sorry, I got ahead of everything. He's got all the
Yeah,
information.
it's at least a factory floor shifter column over there. A 3-speed. Sorry, I'm probably wrong. And then we got all the little specials. 2 Del Rey,
which is a little
32 stroker, new Muncie, a lot of new parts, 82,000 original mile, all original panels, which is good.
You saying original paint?
So, all original panels, so all the metal is original. Title in hand for $49,500. That is not a bad price for a little hot rodded. Not bad for a good, well hot rodded 55 2-door post like that.
Okay. I would have guessed more.
There was like a
the
project
20
2-door
range.
post for like 10.
I'm not 12.
Now, when I was young, I remember this style of early to mid 2000s builds all over swap meets in the mid 2010s because they were trying to get rid of them, try and build something a little newer style. Yet they had those steering wheels in every one, billet stuff here and there. Your choice of 90s rim. I call these humpbacks. Cool plate there. But this is a nice little Plymouth for 55. Try and get the phone number if I can find it. But this style of early 2000s, and there's a couple more in here. Not hating on them. I think they got their own little charm, but they were everywhere.
Yeah, the bill of wheels are definitely kind of giving an older vintage hot rod.
Yeah, a little late 90s, early mid 2000s.
31 Model A.
Little Model A hot rod.
17.5.
Not bad.
Pretty original.
Little black interior.
Yeah. Not much.
Metal floor. That's kind of
It's like an older restoration.
Yeah, but it seems like it was well done.
Yeah, I think it's holding up all right. It's definitely a 20-plus-year-old restoration, though.
Yeah. Still good looking little yellow pickup.
Yeah.
Good for your fall photo shoot.
Like
It's
Dad,
nice to see some of these sometimes in the non-standard colors you always see.
Yeah.
like Dad says, he'd love to have one if he had a big acreage and have one as a little getaway.
Yeah, I would just like
Yeah.
it. If I had like say a couple hundred acres, I'd
little-
like one just to tool around on my
Yeah,
property. I
put
would not
12
want to
volt.
drive a Model A or Model T or anything that era on the street just for the fact that I would, where we live, people would run you over and kill you.
Upgrade the radiators, some synchro mesh gears, stuff like that. Help. I like this Bronco. These 92 to 96 OBSs. Bet you
It's a 94 here.
94, yep.
19224, I think is the price.
Lobo. They reproduce these for the later ones.
4-speed.
Just my guess. You got the top. Very cool. A lot of people call this generation the OJ Bronco. Imagine it's a young head too with the LEDs. 1924. There's a new truck. We're gonna skip out. Sorry for the new fan.
Here.
Little Willie's high hood.
No Willie's
Got the-
allowed in
Got the little military
10
sticker.
grand on it. Keegan
Yeah,
says
sold.
civilian even though he's got the army stuff on there.
It's good, yeah.
Bug eye headlights and a tall hood.
Well, they sold the low hoods in civilian, but all
Yeah.
high hoods were civilian vehicles.
I was gonna say. Don't they have the Hurricane motor?
Yeah, they had a layer. The whole reason they made the higher hood was so they could have the Hurricane overhead valve motors, because the Flatheads did not fit.
This, the billet.
No, this is a 90s build for sure.
Oh yeah, this is very mid-90s.
I mean, even down to the Heartbeat of America license tag,
Yeah.
this is like a very 90s build. And I'm not saying that in a bad way. It's really cool in this.
It's well done.
But I can
yeah.
see us on the cover of
I was
custom
gonna
classic
say.
trucks like 1994.
Well, if the interior was
Like July
modified.
94 edition or something.
Got all your modern
But I
amenities.
say that with love. It is a cool deal. It's rough. And if you want a
Well
period,
done.
if you want a period custom, this is a cool one to get.
Beautiful original interior.
It's a very cool one. I'll tell you one thing. It's
a high.
Very well done. Got the
Yeah.
pinstriping on the bed cover.
It's about as clean as an OBS.
Yeah. You got the little shaved bumper.
The roll pan, you gotta
Yeah.
cut the rear of your frame out. Do that. I think.
Still.
I don't know.
Pretty sure you do.
We got this another old Plymouth. This is the second old Plymouth out here. This is a little businessman's coupe.
I love these cars.
Yeah,
These
it's
are
definitely
sick.
old paint. I don't think it's original. That's an old
Old
paint
restoration.
job.
Yeah.
And I think the interior's been redone, but once again, like probably in the 60s
I
or
was
so,
gonna
like
say,
Yeah.
a long time ago.
I love
You gotta
these.
think back to what 30-year-old cars
Mid,
were back,
late
34-year-old
30s.
cars in the 70s and 60s.
Cars are. They just run so smooth,
Stuff like
and you
this.
just ride in them, and it's like you're gliding down the road.
Really nice.
And they just got an elegance to them. The last
Buggy.
time cars were made purely for style.
I thought this was the last time cars were made.
Yeah, look
purely
at
for
this
style.
style.
Not. I
could probably
guess
have-
in a way.
You could have two people standing on each of those. And back
The
there.
last time they were made for style. Now style is up for interpretation.
Deutschland Volkswagen.
Yeah, the people's car from.
That's a
Special guy.
quite the bird to put on
You
it.
ever see that eagle holding a different?
Yeah. I remember.
Yeah.
I thought the Eagle was-
You got the little bug motor.
Where that logo that eagle used to hold was different. back
It may be.
Especially in
Maybe.
Deutschland.
Yeah.
I do like this Pontiac. It's sweet.
It's like a
You got a pair of
60s
cool Pontiacs. Yeah.
60s hot rod with the
Pontiac
side
Yeah.
pipes.
We got a Saturday
Yeah.
Cruiser
Looks like a
over here.
60s lowrider or hot rod.
Got the
with side
Indian
pipes
head.
and the rear thing covers and the spotlights. If it had curb feelers, it'd be all there.
Rust and rockers and trunk. But you get 350 and 7R4. So you go down the road nice
Well, you
and
have to call, for the
comfy.
trunk, you have to call David, but to buy, you have to call Mark. This one,
It's got a 350 with a 7R4 and
Yeah.
it's pretty good.
Cool little V8 badge.
No price.
Cool little rear end.
I like this one too.
No
with the
price,
Continental
no
package.
pickup.
This one's
Yeah.
They said fully off.
that one's a driver. This one's probably a little local car show queen.
Yeah.
Here.
Continental spare quit.
It's got a few flaws,
all
but
V8.
overall, yeah, pretty.
They said it's all original.
Two-door hardtop, fully factory, optioned, rust free. It is gorgeous condition.
I like he's got the popular mechanic and back with the
I never
Pontiac
noticed
on
with
it.
the
Oh
headlights.
yeah, that's cool.
The headlights have little bits of metal over them. Like this one has got like almost an umbrella
Another one.
over it, and those have like Delmars
Yeah.
on it.
This thing had all the things
Oh,
from
yeah.
J.C. Whitney back in the day. You see the little
I like the bumper
differences?
guard is on it. Pretty
Yeah,
nice.
the bumper guard.
I don't know if
is
I've seen one with that type
hidden.
of bumper guard on there.
I believe these are 255, so you can see the little differences in a base model and a high end.
Okay, yeah,
going
it's
to
a
a
Star
dealership.
Chief or something.
Yeah, a little higher end. full
Yeah, and that one's
optional.
been customized a bit. I think it both has been.
Yeah, little things here and there. Got a cool little Torino here. Seems like a big block.
48K. 48K seems reasonable for a 428 Cobra
You
jet
get a
car.
Marty report.
All original, too.
All original. Yeah, I was gonna say this looks like a really.
The interior is definitely original. I think it's been resprayed because that looks too shiny to be factory.
It
Too
could've
shiny,
been
too
buffed.
smooth.
But
I don't know, it looks
oh,
It also
4
looks too
speed.
deep to me.
This thing is either way sick.
Got an
Fastback car.
Alabama Department of Mental Health sticker back here, parking, so he must have been a doctor or
I
something.
was gonna say
on
this doctor had a
Psychiatrist.
good taste in cars.
Maybe he was one of the student or one of the people
It could have
at that
been.
place.
I was
But
like,
if it was sticker from when it was new, this is a hot car for a student to be buying.
yes.
Although you read them old car magazines, it's like he worked a newspaper route for 3 years and bought a Copo Camaro
Yeah.
427 ZL1. It was like, but how do these kids get these like
Yeah.
minimum wage jobs and buy these muscle cars? I can't even afford to buy a smart car now, working full time as a grown up.
Yeah.
Of course, they didn't have kids.
Nowadays, well, a lot of them were in the Vietnam War, and that paid them pretty.
Well, that's
that
true.
Paid them
They
enough
had
to buy like the brand new.
military stuff.
This is my favorite style Chevelle.
This thing is sick.
And I like the Malibu. I don't care if it's.
I like the way it
Rusty,
looks.
he just painted. He made a driver
Sort
here.
of this way you should
Got
do
the
with
gold
yours.
interior. I
That's
wonder if
what I
it was gold like your Firebird on the
Yeah.
outside.
Fired bird.
This is about how I want to get my Firebird too. Just primer black, runner driver.
Alabama State Trooper Association.
That's cool.
I bet
Booster.
I wonder if he got some people.
Oh, 1987 Alabama State Trooper boat booster plate.
10.5.
10.5 is not bad or trade.
Maybe
You get a spare fender.
Yeah, you
That's
might
the
need it
interior.
for over here. Definitely cool.
He's just running, driving. I mean, he's got a 69 Chevelle that runs and drives and is a two-door, not out. So, I like the sticker there.
Show the Alabama Trooper sticker.
Yeah,
I think it's cool.
Come on over and get it.
My taste changed a lot since then.
What?
He asked me what car I would have gotten if I'd gotten a car back in the 90s when you could get muscle cars
For like
fairly
as his
cheap.
college trip.
And I was like, I don't know. That's a good question because my tastes were a lot different in the 90s when I was 19, early 20s than they are now. Probably would have been, well, we had a first gen Camaro that I paid $600 for. Been in storage since '86. It was
You
in
paid
phenomenal
for it?
shape. I found it. Grandma paid for it. That's why
I was
she
gonna
sold
say
it.
if you paid
I was
for
off
it,
of
then
college and
if-
she sold it.
I was gonna say if
I
you
was, like,
paid
not
for it, I'd
happy.
be way more upset about her pay.
Probably 69. Yeah.
69 Camaro.
So
about.
yeah, maybe a Chevelle like that, but I don't know.
Yeah,
But-
just a lot to think about.
Probably not a Royal Lancer Dodge.
Probably.
All of these are beautiful.
This is very coupe. 55 or 6.
Oh.
10.5 for this one. Hemi auto power steering with something.
Yeah, it's way old.
Probably an original interior, or very well taken care of.
Not only is it old paint,
Cool little shifter on the dash. Hot in that car. It's black interior to do that. You got a Pontiac, I believe a Pontiac V8 badge there.
Hey, it matches the
I don't
whole.
think it'd be Pontiac as a Dodge. It's probably
Well,
just
those
the original
55
Dodge.
Pontiacs back there had V8 badges that look awfully similar.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Well,
I do
might
like
have
these
been.
taillights on these.
might have been
Yes,
added.
the early fins.
Dodge always said, or Mopar, I should say.
Maybe they are
always had
fake.
really
We
respectable
don't know.
fit. Yeah. We're about to see
How
some
about
more in
that
a minute over
How
there.
about that Mopar? You like
Yeah.
that one too?
Yeah, gorgeous little car, 55. And,
You ever seen a junk man
hey man,
Marlon
you
drives
can
a
be the junk man.
for $11,999?
factory AC and numbers to match. I believe it.
Oh, I
I
think the
believe
junk man Camaro Corvette was 73.
Either
No,
way.
it had the. It didn't have the. I thought it was an '80s one. I thought it had
Hey
the
man,
wing on it.
I got no evidence, but
So-
Elvis rode in this thing and Forum 96.
I want
or
to say what is
476.
75 through 6.
I guess Grandpa didn't get that bad of a
Elvis
deal
rode
because
in
this
it.
one's
He
$11.99.
rode it in April of 77.
Yeah, he also rode in
Right
it
before he
in
died.
April of 87, right after he died.
Yeah.
He also wrote it in 2012.
Now,
that was
I
a real
mean,
one, but-
underappreciated wouldn't be the word, but still very cool
See-
G-body. El Camino seems like a good,
No, because Elvis
all original.
farted in that seat.
very cool AC ice cold, good little car. I know some G-body fans would want to spend some more time on it. It's not the most desirable. Oh, they're cool.
Show this thing. That's
Let's
cool.
see.
I've not seen a car with that grill.
Big old Oldsmobile. Wagon. An Oldsmobile Dynamic 88, I guess.
I don't guess I've seen this exact year or paid attention because that grill is new to me. That's interesting.
Whenever you stand at it at the front from like a 45-degree angle and look at the.
Got a cool red interior, got some cup holders. Manual, I don't know how many gears. We got a LS. It is pretty sweet. 60 grand. That's 100 grand into the car. I think.
That grill really, I was like, wow, I've not seen that. And these taillights, I'm not
Yeah.
familiar with either.
No. I like the little steps so you can get in the
on there are
back.
Sweet,
Yeah.
yeah.
The kids to get into the back.
Fiesta.
The Fiesta. You have a little
There's always
party.
a party with the Fiesta.
You guys hit me good. Then you can sit backwards.
I remember when I was a kid, my aunt and uncle, they had the station. It was an 80s station wagon, but you had to sit, and I always had to sit in the back, and I'm looking at the people driving behind, which was very awkward.
I can imagine. I can imagine just staring at them as you go down the road.
Just staring at them, they're staring at me.
Yeah.
What is Glee Flag
My style, right?
Dad,
Oh, yeah.
you should have bought this thing.
Well, if it was $800 like the one I bought, and we'll make a video on that one eventually. Right now, it's being used as a storage shelf because we got an old parts store. This lady, her dad owned one and inherited it, and now she gave it all to us, and it's like boxes all in it and over it. So once it's not a storage unit, I'll show you, but it doesn't look anything like this.
It's actually pretty reasonably priced at $39.5.
Yes, I think so. This is sharp. This is a clean one.
Very well done paint job. I know it's hard to see on camera.
Really cool.
It looks a little older restoration, but it is very well done, as they're
It's either a
saying.
fairly fresh restoration or it's a really high
$39.5.
quality older one.
Power steering, V8 auto. It is sweet. If you want the classic car for a very reasonable price, you can,
I don't know.
But I don't know if you want to, but you can convert the full to
Yeah,
got all the proper trim.
but I do know.
Very well done. Very well
If you
done.
wanted to have like a
All the proper parts.
but if you're just gonna make a
Little
I know,
rubber.
I know it's cliche or whatever, but 57s are my favorite 50s car.
Yeah.
I know it's whatever, yeah, but my favorite 50s car is a 57 Chevy.
you have a headlamp.
I know
Hey
it's
man, nothing wrong with
it's
that.
like being like, I only like 64 Mustangs and 69 Camaros. Oh well, these are, I just like them.
Yeah. So something about them. Some reason everyone else likes them.
Dad,
Yeah.
Now this,
This is a Cali car too.
yeah, this is my kind of patina, my kind of beater, daily driver, you could say.
This thing
I
has got
love
this thing
this
was
out
thing.
here last year.
Nothing.
10.5.
I don't think this has a single pinhole.
2-speed
through it.
power glide, 327. Man, it is just, it's got factory AC, although it is in op. Some good stuff. 10.5 for Todd. No wiener pullers. So hey.
I just said I don't see any pinholes.
Factory AC down there.
Little service was that is it.
Looks comfy. I love the look of this thing with the black rim.
10.5 is really reasonable.
Yeah.
I think so. I mean,
4-door hardtop.
be a. Oh, you're right. There's a couple pinholes back here.
A half a dozen pinholes.
Yeah.
Scrap it. That'd be people back in there.
Did you see? There's a dealership. It's real faded out.
Oh.
Oh, that's cool.
That's
hard to
I've never seen
El
something like
Paso,
that.
Texas. I don't know. It's hard to make it out, but it does say El Paso, Texas.
I've never seen one where it's like a plate that they riveted
Yeah,
on.
usually they're a little fancier looking on that.
Yeah.
Well, usually they're
Very
magnets.
well done.
Plates.
It's got that right stance to it. Get the right wheel set up. Rears are a little wider in the front.
It's not bad. I can fix that one. Coffee.
You got a little Model A. A Model AA technically.
Yeah,
But sweet little fire truck. Very rudimentary.
I love Model X.
Model A's cool little cars and trucks.
I mean, you can see where the water is. It's not like a new fire truck. They just hide that water tank. You don't know what's in that water. This, straightforward, water right out the tank to your house.
Probably lead coated.
Oh yeah.
Maybe. Not for drinking though.
And that premium safety would stand back here if you're a fireman.
Well, I mean, you got this bar to hold on to. You got this
Oh,
bar to
yeah.
hold on to. 2 bars. 2 hands, 2 bars.
That's where the hose went.
Check out. It's got a little inspection on the front. See, unless it was
Oh yeah.
Probably the 80s. 70s or 80s.
83. January
Yeah.
83.
Probably a parade rig for many,
Yeah, I was
many
gonna
years.
say.
yeah.
Oh, look at the old siren. You wind that.
Yeah, that's cool.
I put that paint compound out.
Yeah,
yeah.
put some buff in it. and
Probably
look good.
old restoration from like the 70s or 80s.
I don't like many old style hot rods, but this one's pretty sweet. Got a
I've
good
always
look
loved
to it.
this old Art Deco style truck.
Yeah, the 41 to 46s, they definitely look good.
A little cab
Very,
visor.
I think,
Mhm.
forward thinking on the front
I
grill.
don't blame them for having it.
Truck wise, car wise, yeah. Good, very cool. Good little. It looks like original paint, copper interior. Some good stuff. Nice new wood bed. Cool Iowa 46. Must be in 1946.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
that makes sense. There's only
It's a
like
cool pinch type.
usually 41s, 42s, and 46s.
Yeah.
Oh, there are some 45s. I don't know if I've ever heard of a 44, but I do know
Or
of some
43.
45s.
I've never.
You get this one?
Right here. Need it. I've been trying to guess.
Another 25 at 56 here.
32.5 possible trade.
Not bad. 32.5 is good. I was about to say, hey, you want a 350 4-speed disc brake? Probably a very drivable car. Drive at home. Drive it.
Just rounded up to 800.
Looks like you got a little mud back there. He had to go through some sticky stuff. That's 2-row. Got the little 4-speed. Second row back there.
No.
What?
The Thinkers.
I like the little minty green color here on this one.
I
Oh,
don't.
yeah.
It's very overdone.
You don't like that green? I like
We
that.
own like
It's. I think GM called it seafoam.
we
green.
own 4 or 5 trucks in that same exact color.
We do own a bunch of 50s trucks that had
Two
this original
very
green
opposing
color.
minds.
Unrestored, one repaint, 45,000.
One repaint,
Power top, really?
convertible.
I literally just now noticed it was a convertible. I wasn't paying attention to the
I'm
time.
Nice and
I'm more
true.
impressed that it's a power top.
Yeah.
I like this color on 50s cars because when you think of just 50s
50s,
cars, I always think
yeah.
of the turquoise or the red, like
Like how
the
the
37 Chevy.
rear crow
Yeah.
comes up to that point.
So to me, it's almost hard for me to not like a 50s car if it's in turquoise or red, just because it's such an iconic 50s color to me.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
another iconic 50s color would be that salmon color
Yeah,
and
I like-
gray.
Yeah.
I like that.
And even though I know it's definitely a 50s color, I don't find that iconic and charming
I
like I
find
do
it
the
Yeah.
gray.
iconic and charming, and I like it.
You
I
like that?
I like the saber.
Keegan, you and I are totally different in taste.
Yeah.
Except we
It's-
both like dark olive and light
the
olive.
the
Yeah,
apple for once did fall far from the tree.
Not too far because we both like different greens.
We got one of my favorite 3rd gen Nova over here. Supposedly a big block. Is a real Super Sport 69. I believe either 69 or 70. These vents down here, probably 70, had the chrome on them.
Wouldn't that be
I think in 69 all of them had the vents, so evidence is there. 12 volt, 5-speed, 4-wheel disc. This thing is probably a hoot and a holler on some back roads. Got a mean stance of them Kragers. It is not a so small. These Novas are small, especially compared to other muscle cars of the era. Look at it. They're very muscle. With the big block stuff on the hood.
This is like the first time I've seen one of these that wasn't like in the garage
Yeah,
its whole
or
life.
mint.
19.5 on this one, but this one definitely spent some time outside.
Yeah, 454 SS has been driven. It's been
Pace car.
wheels, but it's a pace car truck.
Yeah. Somebody got the most patinaed paint I've seen on one of these special edition trucks.
Yeah, looks good though. I still like it.
Oh, don't get me wrong, I'd drive the heck out of it if I had it.
Real pace truck. Original paint, except hood. Cold AC, drive anywhere, 19.5.
Doesn't say the miles on it.
I'm about to ask you a
Probably a good bit to be honest, but hey, these OBSs are
candy apple red.
super. They're super trucks. They last you forever. You get buckets, and it must be under 100,000 just sitting outside. It's got some black paint on the frame. That's how I usually tell if they're a lower mileage truck, especially. Even sitting outside, it seems like it's hard for them to develop rust down there, unless it's been driven many miles. Studebaker, a Stude.
33 Studebaker Rockney.
Rockney, whatever that means. We got like a very,
Rockney like a hurricane?
I guess,
Okay.
very Art Deco front grille. with
Yeah,
that
I love
V.
that grill. That is
That
sweet.
is cool
It
looking.
reminds me of.
So we had those
16.
It reminds me of
It's an old ad for it, which is cool.
Yeah, we had those guys yesterday were looking at their 36 was it Oldsmobile, right?
I think it was.
Yeah.
it
And they were
was
trying to
a-
convince us it was a 32 because they knew we were doing a video for YouTube, so they were trying to make us look stupid. And they were trying to convince us it was a 32.
I think they were joking.
They were joking around, but they were trying to convince us it was 32 Studebaker, and this is a 33. I'm like, well, it sure looks kind of modern style for a 32.
Yeah.
Oh no, it is.
Yeah,
Well,
Yeah.
look at the little rock me up on there.
That's cool. Cool little detail. On the turn signal.
It's cute.
Yes, very cute.
Super cute.
So you could put it.
Cute little car.
Little fan to keep it cool.
Oh, Amber might.
No vent windows, which is kind of weird.
Well,
but I guess
look at
you
how
just
big this window
I mean, who
is.
needs-
you just open the front
Vent
windshield.
windows when you have flower vase holders with
That's what it
flowers on it. You don't want the flowers to get too whipped around.
Yeah,
Your lady might
smart, smart,
Yeah.
smart as.
That
Gotta
one's
think
in
of the
Conroe.
flowers.
I think that's the one from Conroe.
Okay, we'll look in a minute.
We got a.
More Camaros in case they didn't
Yeah.
see enough of them in the swap meet video.
No, no, no. If you
These are just a lot
missed
nicer
out,
in the swap meet
If
video.
you don't
Yes.
want a project Camaro, we got you.
Yeah.
This is a very mean 69.
484, I bet
Four
that's
door.
one to
I doubt it's stock. Automatic, power steering, 4-wheel disc. And with these wheels, I imagine you need all those discs to stop. 9-inch Ford. I haven't seen many slow Camaros with a 9-inch Ford. Good little interior in there, well done. Those welds hide a very fast
I
car.
like that maroon.
Yes.
You look good driving around A&M in a couple years in this.
Oh yeah, if we were millionaires.
$65,000 Camaro.
Hey, you're gonna be an engineer someday. You'll be on.
Someday. I'm not an engineer right
Use some
now.
student loans
Yeah,
to get
use
one of
student
these.
loans.
No, I don't think that's advisable.
Sawyer, it's tuition or this Camaro? Which one?
I'm gonna go with tuition. I need to get in college.
Well, this was a little cheaper if you want
Yeah.
to save some money.
Yeah,
this
a
one's
little
only $5 grand
67.
less.
Look, Ma, I saved you $5,000.
Not
I got you the SS convertible instead. This one
even
might be-
convertible, it's just the vinyl top, Dad. What are you talking about? RSSS 396, 4-speed, 12 bolt. There's a number.
Personally, I'd
Real
rather have
factory
the
big block car, which is sick.
I'd rather a factory original personally.
I'd have this.
Factory big, bro.
4-speed, big block, probably a tire burner.
Probably.
Probably, I'd hope.
Probably.
You know, those 325 horse 396, they didn't compare with the L78s. They just did. They weren't on the same.
Y'all pick between those and
I'm kidding. The torque alone from a 325 horse is gonna burn some tires.
You two decide
Both
between
of
those Camaros for you guys. I'll take this Corvair van.
He's gonna take the rare
Corvair
Corvair.
truck.
ramp side Corvair truck. Definitely a choice.
It is mid-engine.
It's a
Yeah,
mid-engine
mid-engine-
sports car at this
mid-engine-
point.
Mid-engine
Stick.
60s muscle truck. Check this one
What
out.
did you think
It
about it?
doesn't have Bel Air trim, so I want to see if it's a factory 10-tutor hardtop or
It's got a Bel Air rear bumper with tail lights, or
They might
the
have just been
not
cheap
tail
on
lights,
the
but
chrome or liked it better with the
blinkers,
chrome.
is what you'd say.
I swear this
It
was
says
the-
Bel Air,
Bel
so I
Air
guess
on the
they
inside.
32 grand. I guess
I
it's
swear this is the one.
They just didn't chrome it or whatever.
The one from Conroe was a 4-door hardtop.
Oh.
It's got a Bel Air front bumper too, so if the clues are coming together, this might be a Bel Air. So the gold grill, it's
This
missing
one-
some of the trim.
This one's a little bit more aged on the paint and stuff.
So it's
Probably
like-
old at
here.
It's the reverse actually. Most of the time you see,
Store 20 years ago, so
Yeah.
okay. 32.
Still
bad.
missing its rear seat.
It is? Oh yeah, it doesn't have a rear seat in there. Or
Yeah.
carpet in the back. Well, I guess it would have been under the seat. Doesn't have this back door, or doesn't have the door panels either.
Well, nobody's gonna be riding it.
but still, you got your dual antennas, so you look cool.
Personally, a bit more fun than I want.
Yeah. Usually you see the gold.
That was
Yeah.
ready. I was ready to just
Yeah.
enjoy it. I think it was sweet.
Yeah, but usually it's the gold trim and none of the other gold stuff. But this has all the correct gold stuff everywhere else and the correct bumpers. We got a Chrysler Imperial over here. Seems like it's got a later LS swap. Seems like they put a Camaro Corvette cover on an earlier LS. I mean, whatever keeps you fancy. We put more effort, time, and money into this car than I have any of mine. So nice little interior there. A little bit of pitting, but overall, some bubbling here or there, cracking of the paint, but
Don't quite understand how Dodge went from designing stuff like this to designing 69 Chargers and Challengers.
basically everyone's saying, hey, you're behind the curve, I guess. A lot of ugly concepts in between, but there's a lot of information. 5.3, 4L60. See, nice stuff.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah. Just different stylists.
45 grand.
That's the offer.
Got some discs on it.
Got a more modern engine.
Yeah. We can-
Well, I guess all's been forgotten when it comes to World War II. The Germans and the British have gotten together.
They made
were
this beauty.
combined, and they made
a Volkswagen Rolls Royce.
And now I'm realizing why they hated each other.
Rolls wagon.
They do not look good
The
together.
Rolls
This
wagon.
car might start World War III right here.
Don't
It
drive
does might.
to Germany or.
But if you're interested, get you a
it's
phone.
got a vinyl top.
It's got pitting. It's got a humpback.
It's a Silver Wraith.
It's a Silver Wraith and
Silver Wraith.
genuine Rolls Royce
I
badge.
gotta admit, with the trunk, they did a pretty good job making it a hybrid.
Maybe
here.
if you like chop the top a little, it might look a bit more like a Rolls Royce.
They
But
did a good job, but it's such an unusual combination. Of
Yeah, I think the funny thing is, if you made this a running driving Beetle, it'd probably be worth more than the Rolls Royces it was trying to
yeah, if it was just a
recreate.
Beetle, it'd probably be way more.
Nowadays. Now back in the day, obviously the Rolls Royces can show you have a little more wealth.
I don't think it. I think it would actually show you have less one.
Yeah. We got
This
this,
might
which is
be-
the opposite end.
This might be the cleanest 57 of the
I was
three
gonna
we've seen.
say, I've seen a lot of modified cars. It's
Yeah.
not the.
That first 57
Yeah.
on top was super clean, but this is really clean.
This is not got the highest end modifications, but all the modifications that are done have been done very
Reminds me a lot
well.
of-
Well, personally, I mean, some cars like the 57 Chevy, like, I don't like them overly modified because they were so perfect
Yeah, they're
from the factory.
classic.
Like,
Yeah, like they
okay.
resto-modded it, but they kind of did it right. They
did.
let the
Oh, yeah.
car, you know, do most of the talking.
it's like it's out of Arkansas.
A very nice interior. They spent their
Yes.
money where they needed to spend it. The paint job is gorgeous. No orange peel. Yes, no orange peel, and this it is just a reflection. Little in the trunk here, but
Oh, that's cool.
very
Y'all
well
good
done.
night, guys.
Y'all good. We got they got a nice speaker system in the back. Well done. I'm sure when I'm older, I'll be seeing them like, oh, they cut speakers in the back of this beautiful 57 two-door sedan. But for now, it's a very nice resto mod. Very well done.
I always like.
I like the billet. Instead of rubber, it's billet on the bumps.
I always-
Those are cool.
I always like those dual filter on the carburetors.
Yeah, those are nice.
Nice little touch.
And
Little-
I'm gonna get the information.
Oh, yeah.
Now,
These are popular.
here's a donk, but they kind of forgot the whole lifting part.
It's not quite donk, yeah.
But
It's not lifted.
anyway, these big Bodie 70s cars are surprisingly expensive, so this is actually a pretty good deal. Although, take a closer look, and it may not be as good of a deal as you think. Still very cool. These 75s, look, just 75, 6, I believe 77, 78, 79. They went to the G-body Impalas, but these, very cool. Got the dealer tag. Just, in a weird way, they're classy. The big Landau tops. Very cool vehicle. Very cool. Mean front end almost. Original interior. Now here's the vehicle.
66 ambulance,
The rig, a 66 Cadillac.
429.
Yeah.
These would
I
be
could have
like
told
the-
you it was a 65 or 6.
These would always be like the best road trip vehicles if you put.
Oh, yeah.
Wagon, if you put
Actually,
wagon
wouldn't
seats,
make a bad camper.
Yeah.
because they've already got the.
Our steering power brake sirens work. Sirens work. I heard that. I
Oh,
heard it
heck
driving
yeah.
in. I heard the sirens
Look
go
at these
whip, whip, whip,
things.
whip.
Like,
They're like 59 Cadillac
yeah, big
taillights.
Jaguar
They're
looking
cool.
lights.
Original paint, great patina. Someone was hand painting something else over it.
Delmar, because that's the name of the lady actress, and she had big boobs.
Did she?
Oh.
That's what Grandpa told me. That's where they get the term Delmar.
Oh.
I don't
The
know.
interior's a little trash. It'd probably be good to gut and, like you said, turn it into like some sort of camper or something.
Yeah.
I like the vice grip handle in the
Dad-
back. It's a nice touch.
Dad,
Yeah.
you said you'd turn it into a camper. I said you'd turn it into a road trip vehicle.
Someone
have a
had
bunch
some
of station wagons.
Hand painted decals on here at one point.
Yeah, I can't quite make out what it
You know what
says.
would be
Yeah.
cool is if you got one of these and had it like a tow hitch and towed around like a drag car behind it or something.
That's
and
cool.
Had all your tools
Oh, it was
in
a
the back.
dance club. Yeah, that'd be cool. Discovery
That is
Dance
cool.
Club.
Probably sat out front.
Illinois.
Illinois, that's a boring.
Discovery Dance Club.
Maybe they hold
I'm sure a lot of people discovered many things in that
Those
dance
graphics
club.
to me kind of say 80s, but trying to do like a retro. Yeah, so I'm thinking 80s.
80s, 90s. With that neon look to it. Oh, oops. Sorry, Dad. Oh, see, this is what I was telling you at the car corral is that you should be paying attention to the camera. I know you're saying something like that right now. It's probably the 4th or 5th time now. Anyway, here's a beautiful 63 or 4 Cadillac. It says 64 up there.
See, Dad, this is what most people do with
With a very well done
Yikes.
LS swap. Looks
I'd
clean.
rather had the original first.
Yeah. Those big
Original
block.
torque monster.
Yeah. 2005 Gen 3. 5.3 4L60 hollow terminator. All your typical LS swap, make it run good stuff. 18.5 clean title. And there's you. Phone number. We got a nice little interior.
Yes.
And it looks like someone did some cheap repainting at some point. I love these 63 or 4s. Honestly, if not my favorite, my second favorite body style, probably behind the 55 or the 69 or 70.
This is definitely my
kinda-
favorite style of 60s Cadillac.
Yes, yes. This is it's either first or second. I have 2 other favorite front ends I like, but very classy, especially the 2 doors and the convertibles.
I'd be more in love with if it had the old original 429 or whatever.
29, yeah.
Teach their
I
own.
like the dark green
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
It'd match your
Better on
70
gas with the
Yeah, it'd match
5.3.
your 72 with the dark green.
Nice little
Henry J.
Henry J, yeah.
Or
With a
is this
little
Henry J?
small block swap. It's kind of cool. More Resto covers. And 9500, not bad. Got tilt column. You want an old style hot rod? I kind of like the ghost flames are kind of going for. Gives it a slightly kind of classier look, as classy as flames can get. Although it is an older paint job, looks like it was pretty well done. Fading in the sun area. It's got some sick daisies. Almost goes at that 2-lane blacktop vibe. Cool sticker back here. Maybe an older build then, I guess. Safe driver. That's kind of cool. That one's cool too. State Park, Wisconsin. So there's rust on that duct tape.
Pretty little Ford.
Yeah.
Galaxy. This is one Galaxy.
See, yeah.
5.
I like these early Galaxies. They look cool.
Yeah.
Early 60s ones. This one's got some good paint. It looks like it might be original.
It is. I think it is. It's pretty thin in spots, so and
Yeah.
it looks like a factory's.
Bigger spray job. Arizona
The
car.
interior's been redone though.
I like the daisies.
At least the
on
seats have.
it. The daisies
Yeah.
make it really tight
The daisies
together.
are cool in there.
Yeah. I get a little purple.
Yeah, those are torque thrusts.
Whatever.
Torque thrusts give it the right
Yeah, the
vibe.
daisies pooch out a little bit, but it still they look good.
Daisies are on that Henry J over there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start calling everything magnesium, because that's what they call it back.
Yeah,
then.
they all technically are magnesium. I love that rear end. Makes it look like rocket boosters.
Let's go. We're losing some daylight, so we're gonna have to skip past a couple of these
Sorry, guys.
lesser interesting, unfortunately.
This is interesting, guys.
Sorry if you thought that was interesting.
For car donut.
Chevy, fastback.
One Fleet Master.
Kind of a earlier build. Got a little like mid 90s touches here and there.
It had the 90s turquoise.
You got that 90s cloth interior. Very well done though. Nice little touches here and there. Ooh, the name of Cupcake.
Oh, pork chop. His name's pork chop. That's a funny name.
This is funny. In the late 80s, early 90s, I had a friend. They were Ford family, but his mom had a crew cab, non-dually truck, Chevy truck that looked same color and everything. It looked exactly like the tan, brown tan.
Maybe this is it.
I think hers was small block, but it looked exactly like this. My God, it looks just like it.
Well, we got a big block one, a one ton.
Yeah, this is a 454 turbo.
It's kind of hard to find the big block single rear wheel two-wheel drives with that or one ton. Yeah, but we got
I
a
guess the one
big
ton
block
single row wheel.
AC,
I like all the duct tape.
the factory power steering in it actually.
That's interesting. I'm not seeing it set up like
They
that.
do that from factory.
You got, apparently it's a rare crew cab, although I've seen many square body crew cab. Colorado truck either way, 14.5 and pork chop.
It's got a CB and a CB speaker.
Oh,
CB, definitely an 80s
Man,
rig.
it's exactly like Joe's mom's car.
And it's got the,
Truck.
it's leaned back a bit.
I always think it's funny.
You got some very 90s rims on there.
Okay, it's on the mirror. That's a pretty common spot. On
Yeah.
tree cabs and stuff.
You got the tow mirrors. My favorite thing on these old trucks is the tow
Get her a
mirrors.
$5,000 reward if you do something.
Warning, warning. Warning,
I think if you like turn
This
it.
vehicle is protected by the Montgomery Ward Gold Seal Plan. The
think they're
Montgomery
still
Ward
on it? The
Gold
Montgomery
Seal.
Ward.
I'm calling them up, Montgomery.
$5,000
Stole
reward
this damn
for
truck.
information leading to the
This
arrest and
door's been
conviction of
replaced.
Yeah,
anyone
this door's
stealing this vehicle.
Store's obviously replaced like green poking out from under it. You can get the interior and the window down here.
Yeah.
I think they might have done some.
The other
that
side was
CB
like
over
that.
there a little better. Some shoulder belt, some nice headliner. I think they took it out. And then your CB antenna, and Dukes of Hazzard vibes right there, and the mud flaps. Can't forget the mud flaps.
All right, we're gonna start on the front row here, and hopefully we got enough daylight to finish.
Figured we might as well
72
start on
Caddy,
the-
I think it was.
a good car.
My buddy James. Yeah.
What do you?
Took the story. You might want to start with this side.
The Corolla? They just want to skip the Corolla. Very, very rare.
$4. I can afford that.
89. It was a one owner until my daughter bought it 1 year ago. Has brand new tires. 4-cylinder, 5-speed. Full factory AC, runs and drives. 49.50. I sitting under the tree.
Put it back on. Or no.
He is in fact not sitting under the
You're like,
tree.
well,
I'm not sitting under the tree. Here's a 48 Chevy.
Yeah, I like
Woody.
it.
Yeah.
two-door Woody.
See with the wood over there. It's sick.
Great good old car.
I believe it. You own it.
26.5 seems reasonable.
Yeah, that's kind of
But
reasonable.
I don't know post-war
He's,
Chevy
yeah.
values.
He's here somewhere. He's not where he said he'd be, but he's here
He
somewhere.
said he's here somewhere. Well, somewhere's pretty big.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah, somewhere's everywhere.
Man, SSR, baby.
These are SSRs because they had the LSs. The HHRs had the V6. If you're interested in this factory flame, I'm sure.
They had factory flames, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I gotta say,
Magnum PI getting rid of his car.
out of all the conversions I've seen, this is a very good conversion
Oh,
that
it
fooled
is.
me last night.
Pontiac Fiero.
Oh, it is a Fiero.
It is a Fiero GT
I thought it looked a
It
little...
tricked me.
I thought it
for
looked
sale.
a little-
Ferrari. That's a good
I don't know
name.
anything about these cars. It tricked me.
3800 supercharged swap, so you don't have to worry about your car catching on fire. It's
Dang, I
got
thought it was going to
4-speed.
give me a Ferrari for 10.5.
I was about to say, I was about to bring you up here last night.
Honestly, it looks pretty believable.
They did a
Dimensions,
good
I
job.
think are a little narrow. But
It is a little
narrow
small,
and tall, but yeah.
but whoever's following you, it's gonna be hard pressed to think otherwise.
people that aren't into cars probably wouldn't notice.
Nice little short bed.
I guarantee you that will fool 90+%.
I was about to say, you go to a car show, most of the old fellers.
It's a lot better nowadays. Back in the 80s and stuff, they only, or the 70s and 80s, they only had the Volkswagen Bug to convert. That's a truck here.
Little
Primer
thing.
truck.
Oh, it's a
Primer.
truck. I was gonna say, what kind of
Got
Got the
another
great
big thing.
GT, so you know it's means some business.
Oh yeah. We're starting a Grant GT collection because they
Literally
find them
my
so
truck when I
common.
bought it, except for mine was a gray primer. This is black.
And yours is the same.
And mine was probably equivalent of this in value back then.
Oh, look at that.
Mercedes.
Oh yeah, the
yeah.
Mercedes going away.
Hopefully that's not converted.
Now here's another one of those
Oh, look at these tail lights.
90s, early 2000s.
Are those PT Cruiser tail lights?
Probably.
I think those might be out of the steps. Oh, maybe
They got another set of billet rims. The typical, yep, got a Vortec 350, 700R, Mustang 2 front end, 49-inch rear, not surprising. It's got all the stuff of the 90s to the 2000s rig. Vintage air and
1996 Vortec fast burn roller motor.
there it is. If you want a Nash Coupe street rod.
You don't see a lot of the Nash. I mean, I'm not saying they're super rare, but you don't see a lot of them.
They left whenever. They left as soon as we were like getting ready to film everything.
They left?
Yeah, they all got in and left, and now they're back.
They probably cruised around.
Yeah, the champagne.
Beautiful. I love that pink. Quite cocaine dealer, I guess. $7 grand, you get this beautiful convertible. It's very reliable.
Shelby would be a fun little trick.
Shelby is sick. An 89 Shelby. It's got the V8, number 38, early production. 195 exotic red. 480 in bright white. This second number 38. Approximately 21,000 original miles. Factory. Except for the AC, exhaust, battery, fluid, and tires. So you got an original rig here. Beautiful. Four. Oh, 22 grand.
Well, 21,000 original miles, so that's pretty good.
The AC must have went out at some point because they say the AC is not original.
I bet it's a fun truck.
Oh yeah. It's a little
This is a
tiny.
really nice looking build.
This
travel
is
back.
another 90s.
And once again, I say that with love because it's kind of cool.
It is.
Yeah,
It's got that
memories, right?
90s vibe going with it. Yeah, it got
100% got the 90s.
Disney.
You see the little graphic on the trunk here?
It says Fun
Yeah.
31, and it's got the little 31 on it.
Someone. I mean,
It's a good job, too. It's
I'm not
very
hating
well
on them because they did them up right. They did
I
them
like
up
the,
with good amount of money.
was it Fantasia or whatever?
Yeah.
They etched in the glass.
It's got a style with it, you know.
Cuteness.
It's got its vibe going.
Sawyer,
It's got its vibe and its vibe
It's got
is
AC.
good.
Yeah.
I think your goal for your Firebird, it should look like this. I think it would look
That's
like that.
about how I want to get it.
Well,
yeah.
I think it should look like this, not all black primer, because then it looks ugly.
Yeah.
But like if you got the primer in some spots,
Yeah.
I think it look cool.
Yeah. Well, I mean, either way, someone has put a lot of work into it, although it doesn't look like it. So
Well,
making this a crew cab, short bed, half-ton two-wheel drive,
Front and rear.
you have to do a lot of work.
Was-
Probably stretch a.
Would this have just been a regular cab long bed maybe to do this?
It's the frame. but
It's
they
probably
cut
a
it
Suburban that's been stretched a little bit. Is my best guess.
I'd say it's the factory frame. They just shortened it in the rear and put half-ton suspension.
Or did that? Yeah. Probably
that'd
took
be
a
the-
3/4 ton.
That'd be the easiest way to do
Yeah.
it. Well, they probably bought a Jeep.
I'm thinking all hard, but yeah.
This one looks a little more solid than that brown and tan
It's
one.
got it's cool. Got the big,
It's
tall automatic. It's got a newer grain.
I mean, new trucks are all crew cab short beds.
half-tons, like grandpa's. So thinking.
It's got it's got a Claiborne. It was the bumper at least says Claiborne, Texas. Let me see if I use the dealer name on the other side.
Roughneck.
Forest Chevrolet. You can't see it because the car's parked around Forest Chevy.
This over here it says Roughneck.
Whoops. You're gonna have to
Out
believe
of
us on the
Waco.
Chevrolet.
It says Waco over there.
And it says Roughneck.
Oh,
Waco.
the bumper company's out of Waco, but the Chevy dealer is out of Claiborne.
Yeah.
We got about 3 or 4 more cars here.
90s all over again.
90 style Stude pickup.
I think I'll do it.
More pinstriping. Something happened with the hood. I guess he didn't like whatever hood was on the
super
hood.
fresh. So what happened to the hood?
He either didn't like the other one or blew it up or something.
Maybe that went through,
Another Chevy. My block. 15K, not bad.
So this one, the Chevy 37 Chevy here, it also looks like a 90s build, but it's way too fresh to be a 90s build. So I
I was gonna
guess people
say,
are just making builds now that
some
look
people
90s.
do.
Because I
I
swear
guess.
some of these out here are really fresh. They've got to be
Or they-
90s looking builds, but fresh
Yeah,
builds.
or they sat in garages for many years.
I guess, but usually even in a garage climate control, the paint and stuff
Yeah.
ages over time.
Yeah, that's true.
I like how the lights are pointing.
I just say these lights are definitely not.
Yeah.
They're definitely not.
You like my headlight a lot?
Yeah, they're definitely
Listen
not
ahead,
aligned
yeah.
because they're definitely pointing down and in hardcore.
You can take your cell phone number if you need it.
Look straight to me.
Bart,
48 G's.
you ain't eating his shorts with this one.
Oh, he's missing a hubcap. Center cap over here.
Somebody just like ran up.
I hope not. Yeah, he's got.
Personally, I know y'all don't care about it, but I like this little
Mitsubishi.
Mitsubishi.
Yeah, let's buy it and
Pajero.
road trip it back. Let's see how comfortable it is.
Is this like from Mexico or Europe?
Mitsubishi Pajero Mini VR2, 52,700 original miles.
What's right
Supercharged inline four-cylinder.
So it's not gonna be Mexico.
Select
right-hand
four-wheel
drive.
drive.
It's gonna be Japanese.
Yeah, it's Japanese import.
Sure.
7,900 is a good deal for a high-performance mini SUV like this. They're hard to find, especially in Texas. If I was a little richer man, I'd probably be picking this up, although they would be judging me for it. It is cool. It's got a... It is sick.
Super
They,
narrow.
yeah, they engineered these
It's probably got
for
a really low center of ground.
yeah.
Even though it's like
Yes.
really narrow.
They
and
engineered
tall.
these for a long rally called the Pate Car Rally, so they're actually really fast. They have like a 0 to 60 of like
Like I get
around or
really
under
with
3 seconds.
One hand down, the other is wide.
Yeah. And then we got a little Ford 400
Yeah, the last car in
F100
the car corral.
unibody.
64 through 64.
It is a
Guess-
good body.
Some cool
I saw they had a tilt column.
push button.
Maybe it's a GM tilt column.
28 grand OBO.
Oh, 63. I said 64 through 63.
I think it has a 6772 tilt column or a square body tilt.
Probably out of the van.
And then the unibody, because there's no split for this bed.
Once
Which
again, the
people
unibody they stopped making because they always split there, and I've never seen one with any
Yeah, I've
cracks
never
there.
seen.
Yeah,
Maybe
I was
they
gonna
scrapped
say.
all those.
They must have recalled them or scrapped them because you see the unibodies. I haven't seen a crack. I'm sure there's a bunch of Ford fans like, well, actually, if you look this structural piece right here,
Yeah. Yeah.
they're always cracked. It's like, well, I guess so. Hey,
I
man,
never noticed these factory handles that they have on here.
I don't know. It's not up where you'd expect, but I think there's a crack right there, or it's just mounting.
Or it might have
That's just the body seam.
There you go. I'm wrong and stupid.
long once more, swear.
And there's some stuff. 302. Fast man suspension. Sorry, it's thought it said Bart man. And rack and pinion power steering. Yes, it does have a little tilt. And it appears to be a Chevy. Nice blue interior. Gorgeous little truck.
Well, we're out of cars and we're out of daylight,
cars.
so I guess that's
Daylight,
gonna be it for the car
convenient
corral for the
timing.
Pate.
Yep.
But if you
that's
didn't
it.
check it out already, check out the swap meet video.
Yes,
Well, it might be a
it's good
two-parter, but I'm thinking of just making one long one. So we'll find out and see if we got a one or two-parter.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good stuff.
And see what we bought. Because
Yes.
we spent a lot of money this year.
Yes, we got a lot of good stuff.
Yeah. All right, I hope you like this one. We'll see you on the next one.
See ya.
Adios.